Greetings, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me today, talking about something that I feel like a lot of us can find ourselves going through at times, which is finding ourselves in a place of a rut. And the thing with this subject is it can mean so many different things to so many different people. Sometimes being in a rut can feel like you have a vision of things that you want to do, things that you want to achieve, but there's a block between you and where you want to be. Other times, feeling like you're in a rut can be a depressive episode of sorts. If you're the kind of person who struggles with that, you can feel like you're in this deep dark hole and there's no vision of light whatsoever and no speck of hope on the horizon. Or it can even feel like you have these things that you want to do, but you just don't even know where to start. And this constant cycle of feeling hopeless and helpless and not really having the eagerness to get to where you want to be can lead you down this dark hole where you find yourself in this so-called rut. So today I want to be discussing a little bit about what helps me personally when I find myself in this space, because unfortunately this happens fairly frequently. As much as I try to fight it, as much as I like to pretend that most of the time I'm on top of my goals, I have all these things I want to do, at times life gets the better of me and I find myself in a place which I will be discussing more now. The first most important thing I want to say about this is to please remember that you are not alone, because for me personally, whenever I feel like I'm in this state and space of mind, I feel so alone with this feeling. I feel like nobody else understands. And there's no point trying to explain myself to anyone because no one's going to get it. And I'm completely alone in this feeling. And why do I go through this all the time? And everyone else seems to be doing okay and getting on their BS and doing their good things with my life. And here I find myself yet again in another rut. What is wrong with me? Those are the kinds of examples of negative self-talk that circle through my mind when I find myself in these places. One of the most important things to remember when you find yourself in this place is to eliminate all self-judgment, all negative self-talk, being hard on yourself and saying that you shouldn't be here, you should be here, there are all these things you need to be doing, you're so pathetic, you're such a loser, because I feel like definitely those kinds of negative self-talk can lead us down a deeper, darker hole. My lover just texted me. And it can do us way more harm than good. So I think the first step, kind of the narrative that goes through my brain when I find myself in these places, in complete honesty, at first there will be a lot of negative self-talk. I will be probably swearing myself out in my brain saying, why are you here again? You had a moment like this a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago. Why are you here again? What are you not doing right? You know, you should be doing this and that and that and this. And you should be achieving all of these things and doing all of these things. You're such a loser. You're so pathetic. Oh, that doesn't serve me. And I can imagine that that probably wouldn't serve you either. If that has to happen, if that's part of your process, then so be it. But try to get that out of the way as soon as possible and move on to phase 2, which is to take a deep breath and ask yourself, maybe, what got me to this point? Is there a specific reason that I can pick up as to what got me here? Maybe there are several reasons as to what led me to this place. If I can think of them, great. If you can't think of them, that's okay too. The first step that I always find myself taking is journaling. Sometimes this can take a lot more energy than other times, but this is a really helpful tool that always helps for me. Usually I will just start by writing whatever needs to come out. It doesn't have to make sense, it doesn't have to flow, it doesn't have to look neat or tidy. Just try to explain what exactly you're feeling within, even if it doesn't make sense. Just that process of getting what's inside out is so helpful. And from then you can move on to the next step, which is asking yourself, what do I need in this moment? And it doesn't have to be big. It can be, I need a moment of pause. I need a deep breath. I need a cup of tea. I need to take the whole day to do nothing. All of these are okay. And the important thing is to remember not to compare your journey to anyone else's, because your life and your journey is yours and yours alone. Then, if you're able to, the next step is to take a little bit of action. It doesn't need to be drastic. It doesn't need to be huge. It can be something as small as taking a shower, making yourself a cup of tea, pampering yourself, putting a little face mask on, tidying up your space, making your bed, making your surroundings clean. Take a walk, enjoy solitude in beautiful spaces of greenery that surround you. Allow your body to flow with your breath. Feel how your energy shifts with intention. This is a form of self-healing. Don't underestimate the power of small mindful actions to shift your whole perspective. It's important to remind yourself that getting out of a rut isn't about fixing everything overnight. It's about taking small steps back to yourself, releasing judgment and surrendering to the process. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to be open to letting go of what's keeping you stuck. Community is also a big part of healing. It can feel very difficult to reach out and ask for help in times like these for some, because you maybe have this idea that nobody cares or nobody understands or you're completely alone. But there are people who care about you and love you and are wanting to be there for you and hold space for you, granted that you ask for help and you reach out to them, whether it be a friend or family, a partner. People are wanting to be there for you. I can promise you that. And if you're feeling disconnected from others, start by being that kind voice for yourself. Rather than being hard on yourself and beating yourself up for finding yourself in this space, be what you need other people to be for you. Speak to yourself with kindness and gentleness. It can be easy to be hard on ourselves in times like these, but during these times are when we need kindness the most. And you can be that for yourself. Remember that getting out of a rut is about reconnecting with your heart, your body, and your spirit. It's okay to take it slow. Honor where you are right now and know that small shifts lead to big changes. Trust in your journey because you are exactly where you need to be. Thank you so much for watching and being here with me. If you made it this far, I'm sending you all so much love and light on your journey. Remember that you are always exactly where you need to be. And things are always unfolding exactly as they should, even when you can't see it. Thank you. See you next time.